Hello and welcome to this presentation on Agile coaching skills, the Certified Facilitator defined presentation for 2024. My name is Lee Henson and I'm your host, president of AgileDad. And today we're going to discuss the newest and hottest certification that's currently being offered by the Scrum Alliance. There is a lot of energy and excitement around this certification right now. It has been a long time since I've seen such energy around one of the newest offerings. And I think it has to do for a couple of reasons. One, it's one of those certifications that it allows you to really understand how people tick. So it gets into the psychology behind how Agile works and why Agile and Scrum works. But it also gives you the ability to apply it across every aspect of your life. So it's not just for things you do at work. It's not just for things you do at home. It doesn't matter what type of product or project or service that you work on. This is the first certification that really truly has a global application. And I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty amazing. So let's dive right in and talk about the who, what, where, when, why, and how, right? So what is the certification? Why is it important? What are we trying to do? So here we go. The new certification, it's being offered by the Scrum Alliance, a world-class body and certification, and it's called the ACS-CF. That stands for Agile Coaching Skills Certified Facilitator. Now, this specific certification goes above and beyond any of the other facilitation certifications that I've seen out there. It's a 2-day class, and during the 2-day certification course, this is the ticket or the avenue or the pathway. If you're trying to become a certified coach, if you're trying to become a certified trainer, if you're trying to become a better leader, this is the ticket. This is the path that's going to get you there. This is the course that's going to give you the skills necessary and teach you about those skills, but it's also going to teach you how to tap into and hone skills that you may not even be aware that you have. So it's the first of its kind that's designed to build on other certifications that you already have without pigeonholing you to a specific role or accountability. So I think that's the big premise behind why the Scrum Alliance came out with this. And I can tell you, they really did a fantastic job with the learning objectives. This certification it checks all the boxes and it knocks things out of the park. So why should you be excited about it? I'm energized, obviously, but why should you be excited? First, right out of the gate, regardless of what you do, this takes you on the journey. It takes you into the deep dive realm of facilitation, not just for meetings, but the things that are crucial for you to lead teams successfully and the things that are crucial for you to become a better coach, a better facilitator, how to have better listening skills and be a better communicator. It really does help you master the art of facilitation. And this is a deep dive into it. It's not just the high level, learn how to listen better. There's just so much more to this course. And I think that that's what gives it the meat behind the success. And of course, upon completion, you're going to receive a certificate that is a testament to your ability to facilitate. What I mean by that is this isn't just another one of those, hey, let's go sit in a room for 2 days and see if we can earn the letters. This is the one course that the Scrum Alliance offers, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, that really has so much application. You're going to apply every single thing you learned. So that way, when you walk out, you're going to be like, oh my goodness, this is something that not only have I learned how to do, but I know how to execute. So this is the one that kind of separates itself from all the others. Only the best trainers in the world have been authorized to teach this. I try to act with humility. But at the same time, to my knowledge, there's only 8 trainers in the world that are authorized to teach this course, and I'm one of the 8. And it's not because the course isn't popular. The reason there's so few trainers is because it's hard to become credentialed to teach this course. The expectation that they have behind your understanding of how to facilitate, how to coach, to make sure not only are you just training teachings that are from a book, but that you actually have on-the-ground experience doing these things and applying these things, and that you understand the psychology behind those things and why they're applicable and how you should be applying them in the workplace. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, while there's a lot of excitement around this, it's heavily warranted. It's good excitement because only a select, very limited group of people in the world are able to offer the certification. So that makes it even better. And it is available, believe it or not, online or in person. In fact, for the first two classes that I have listed, I've listed one online class and I've listed one in-person class to give you a chance to do it either way. The online course is going to be in early April, and it's going to be via Zoom. But believe me, you're going to learn how to do facilitation practices, tips, tricks with online groups, with hybrid teams, with remote workforces. So this is going to give you really applicable exercises that you can do that are going to help you understand how to best apply this to teams that are still working from home. The in-person course is going to show you in-person techniques as well as online techniques. There are going to be some things that are covered mutually exclusively in each, but there are going to be some things that cross over very well also. So both courses are designed a little bit different, but they're going to cover the same hard-hitting standards, and they're going to give you the tools that you need to apply this regardless of what you do. Whether you work in the entertainment industry, the banking industry, finance, investment banking, insurance, it doesn't matter, medical, whatever retail, whatever walk of life you're in, the tools that you gain from this are applicable in every single field, in every single workspace. I've taught this course now 3 times privately, and I've done a private. And what I can tell you is each time the participants have come back and said, the thing that amazes them the most about this course is how universally applicable the principles are that you learn. So this is one of those things where you are going to take away things from here that are going to apply to everything that you do. And that, my friends, is awesome. So next question, who should take the course? The simple answer is anyone interested in improving their facilitation skills. If you want to be a better facilitator, this is your jam. This is your place, right? But if you want to get more specific, if you're an Agilist who's interested in a coaching career or building your own business or building your Agile leader skill set to a level where you're taken seriously as a leader within the organization and you're able to be promoted into a leadership position, this is the path for someone to graduate from a really good Scrum Master or product owner to a highly qualified coach. This is the path for someone who's trying to bridge the gap and upskill. This is certainly a path for upskilling. So anyone who wants to have an empowering, impactful facilitation career, this is for you. For any Scrum Alliance certificant who is looking to upskill and take their certifications to the next level, if you're interested in becoming a certified Agile coach or a certified enterprise coach or a team coach, this is the path to get there. Also, if you're interested in becoming a trainer, the certified Scrum trainers, there's only 250 of those in the world, and they all should have these skills mastered. So this is another one of those qualification rounds, if you will, to help you really get gain further grasp to get those higher level, more difficult certifications. Also, anyone who's just interested in growing their career. If you're trying to find ways to really interact better with others and really create an environment that is safe, psychologically sound, and an environment that practices radical candor, this is it. But I think the last reason, or the last group, is my favorite group. Anyone who believes in happier teams and better meetings. If you are tired of hearing people whine and complain, if you want to make sure you're having good meetings, if you want to make sure that you're facilitating in a way that creates an environment that people are excited to work with you and be around you, then this is definitely the certification for you. This is going to be right in your wheelhouse. So this begs the question, what should you expect when you come to the certification? How do you prepare? What should you expect? The good news is you don't have to have extensive Agile knowledge to come to the course, nor do you have to already be in a position of leadership, nor do you already have to have certain facilitation skills. You can come into this course pretty cold and walk away with some of the things that you need. So for example, we're going to talk about setting the stage, and that's creating a container where facilitation can be had and applied and approved in a safe environment. We're going to talk about what facilitation means and how to have a facilitation mindset and how that's going to benefit you. We'll talk about why facilitation is even important and what types of things you can get from facilitation. And we'll certainly focus on the different coaching stances and how facilitation carries you into those coaching stances without bias. Then we'll talk about understanding the group's context and needs. And if you know what your group is looking for, it's going to help you generate a clear understanding and have empathy, where you'll be able to practice psychological safety and understand ethical facilitation and do the things necessary so that you can have good communication and you can create checklists that are going to help you in the future going forward, understanding what those needs are. you're going to practice the orientation of the facilitator. And that means you're going to have the opportunity to make and have conversations regarding group decision making without groupthink, how to apply listening techniques without bias, how to deliver and receive feedback properly, how to understand the voice of a group and apply their teachings, and how to model emotional intelligence, what types of things you should be looking for, what you can expect, and how it's all going to play out. And I think that if you understand these tools, that's going to help you really understand how to be a powerful facilitator. Then you're going to step into conflict, because every good facilitator reaches conflict at some point in their facilitation career. So we'll talk about how to define conflict, what it really is. And this is the one that blows people's mind: the hidden benefits of conflict. Sometimes conflict is what gives you the breakthrough to have innovation. It gives you a breakthrough to have those conversations that nobody wants to have. It gives you a breakthrough to really push forward with a new idea or a new way of working. So it helps get you out of a rut, which I thought was really cool. You can also talk about how to walk the walk and make sure you understand that conflict resolution is real, and you need to understand what you need to do. Speaking of walking the walk, you should forward the action. This is, what are you going to do with the information that you've learned? So you can talk about the decision that you make today doesn't necessarily mean it's the end of the conversation. That sometimes the decision you make today is a catalyst for a future conversation about what we did, what we tried, and how it worked, right? So it teaches you how to build on previous conversations, how to take decision actions forward, how to have conversations with leadership that are tough about decisions that need to be made or about things that are going to impact them in the workplace. And then we have almost a whole day worth of facilitation practice throughout the 2 days, where you're going to be applying the things that you learn, creating these checklists, doing practice rounds, getting feedback from your peers, getting feedback from the instructor. You're going to have an immersive experience. This is a full service immersive experience, whether it's online or in person. You are going to be heavily involved in facilitation throughout the entire 2 days. So this is going to give you all the tools and tickets that you need. Now, this slick that you see here, this one page that shows you all of the content that's in the course, this is available via the AgileDad website, or you can send us a quick email at training@agiledad.com, and we'll shoot a copy of that one-page description to you so that you can review this with your leadership team, with your peers, so that you can show all the different things that are going to be covered. Because like I said, this course, and I want to be clear, this course is never the same. I know that sounds crazy. While we cover all of these topics, what I found is in the few times that I've delivered it, each time we've spent more time on certain areas, less time on different areas. And the content of the course is all covered, but the course has been framed so that the people who are there get the most value out of the topics that they need the most from the course. So we cover every topic, but sometimes we'll spend more time on understanding the group's context and needs and less time on facilitating through conflict. Sometimes we'll spend more time on conflict and less time on forwarding the action, because that's an area where that organization is really doing well. So what I'm trying to say is, while all the topics are covered, this is also a course with great flexibility, which is super duper cool. And that carries me to the how. How will this benefit me? How will this certification help me in my career? Well, I thought I'd cover just the top 5 benefits. I thought I'd throw out the top 5 benefits of getting the certification. So number 1, this is the deep dive course for what I am going to mark as the most in-demand skill set being asked for today. If you're looking for a new job, if you're looking to advance your career in 2024, if you're looking to upskill, if you're looking for a brand new opportunity, this is something that I'm seeing in every single job description. They want people who are good at facilitating meetings, facilitating conversations. The roles are starting to evolve in such a way in the Agile workspace that facilitation is taking center stage. Regardless of whether you're a product owner facilitating conversations about the future of a product or service, or whether you're a Scrum Master facilitating a meeting, this course is going to cover all the intricacies of how to deal better with people, how to deal better with individuals, how to deal better with teams. It's going to help you really cover all those topics so that you have confidence walking out. Number 2, this is the only place in the world where you're going to be able to go and have live, immersive facilitation practice without consequence. meaning we're going to give you scenarios. We're going to put you in places and you're going to have these exercises to lean in on. And if you mess up or if you make a bad choice or if you say something wrong, it's okay. It's a completely safe environment and there's no consequence because you're not making decisions there that are going to impact your work capabilities in any critical way. So what you're seeing is that this gives you an environment where it's safe for you to try new things so that you can feel what it's like to immerse yourself in facilitation. And you can try and experiment with tools and techniques and coaching stances that are going to help you be better at what you do. And I just want to reemphasize, not a bragging point, but the Scrum Alliance, who's the world leader in Scrum certifications, they've issued more Scrum certifications, more relevant Scrum certifications than any other certifying body. This is a Scrum Alliance approved certified course with instructors who have been so vetted. I can tell you right now, to get approved to teach this course took me almost a year. That's unheard of. They wanted to make sure I understood everything about the psychology behind it. They wanted to make sure that I understood everything about how to facilitate, that I had the on-the-ground experience, and that I understand all the tools, tricks, tips, and techniques that would help you build a toolkit that's going to help you really accelerate what you're doing. And I can't say enough good about Scrum Alliance. They are the renowned global organization surrounding this. I took my first Scrum Alliance certification back in 2003, if that gives you an idea. Yeah, so it's been a long time coming, but they're a global organization that specializes in helping curate the best instructors and the best content. So you're getting that membership to that organization. So if you've never gotten a Scrum Alliance certification before, it has pretty good weight behind it. If you're looking for a job, you can go on Indeed or Monster or any of the job boards and type in CSM or CSPO, and you'll see that it's one of the more popular certifications that employers are seeking. And then finally, this is going to contribute to evidence that you have real facilitation experience when you go to apply to become a certified enterprise coach or a team coach or a Scrum trainer, or if you're looking for a leadership role in your organization. This credential, this certification is going to give you a marked check of approval in this experience. And it's not just checking a box. It's showing that you not only understand conceptually or theoretically what to do, but that you know how to apply it. And I think that's the big thing. It's going to give you that application practice. So the next question, when? When is the next course? Probably important to know. So we have a couple coming up. So the first one is going to be on Zoom. It's April 2nd and 3rd. It's going to be Eastern time. And it's going to be live over Zoom, live instruction. It's 2 full days, 8.5 hours each. And I am going to be facilitating those courses, obviously. And it's going to be an incredible time together. We're going to have a strong workshop with a big presence. We do have a few seats left for that one. I want to make sure I point that out. April 4th and 5th, live in person in Salt Lake City, Utah. If you've never been to Salt Lake, it's gorgeous. I encourage you to fly out there. We're going to be at Salt Lake Community College at the Miller campus in Sandy, Utah. It's just outside of Salt Lake. And that's April 4th and 5th. And we already have probably 8 or 10 participants registered for that one live and in person. So what I'm saying is, even though this is out in April, I can tell you now, both of these classes are likely going to sell out. So this is your chance to get in a course, get one of the early courses, because then you'll have the certification before everyone else and it'll stand out more. Don't wait for everybody else to realize, hey, this is a big deal and get it. Get it now while it's still in the early stages. And we do put together a discount. And the reason we did this, if you look online at all the different trainers that offer this course, the average price is somewhere between $1,500 and $3,000 for 2 days for one individual, which is absolutely insane to me. So I wanted to get this course down to as close to $1,000 as I could for an individual. I wanted to get this course down to the lowest price I possibly could and still pay the Scrum Alliance their fees in order for you to be credentialed. So I'm offering a 10% discount code. If you use the code WEBINAR as a coupon code when you check out, that's WEBINAR, webinar, it will give you an automatic 10% discount. Now, if you're part of the military or you're an educator or you work in emergency services or you're unemployed or underemployed, reach out to training@AgileDad.com. Let us know your situation, and we'll see if we can't bump that up a little bit and get you a little more significant discount. We can't always do it, but with this course, we do have a little bit of flexibility to make that happen. So, definitely let us know, because we have some scholarship dollars that are available for this course that have been provided. So we're happy to share that with you, obviously. So the next question that I get all the time from people is, this course sounds incredible. I want to send 15 people. I want to send a team. This is available as a private offering as well. So if you're working in a company and you say, hey, this sounds like exactly what my leadership team needs, or hey, this sounds exactly like what this enterprise team that's working globally needs, or whatever the case may be, this is an opportunity for you to get everyone together and get everyone on the same page and teach them better techniques on how to work together. So this is definitely available as a private offering. We've done a few of these private, like I said. One specifically for the banking industry, it was investment banking, one for the insurance industry, and we just recently did one for the entertainment industry. And what I can tell you is they've all been incredibly well received. And it was groups from marketing to government. So I've seen it work in every different scenario. And the number one takeaway that we get from those courses is that while the learnings are mutually exclusive to what you do, the takeaways are applicable universally. So you can universally apply all the learnings that you get from these courses. So the next most popular question that I got from when I started talking about these is, can we get a sneak peek at what one of these courses look like? Come on, of course you can. I'm going to give you a sneak peek. Now, this sneak peek is only going to cover things at a high level. I'm going to warn you ahead of time. So while I don't want it to sound like I'm reading from slides, I'm just going to give you a high level of some of the examples of topics that are covered without doing the same deep dive that we would normally do. So while it may on the surface have the appearance that we're introducing topics, that's exactly what we're trying to do. And it's intentional that some of the topics are on the slides. So I just want to make sure you realize that. So the course itself is more practice than theory, but I'm showing you some of the high level theory so you know which topics are covered. I hope that makes sense. All right. So first, we want to talk about practicing self-management and neutrality and how that applies to you. So coaching stances affect how you interact with the other individuals, with groups. And here's some samples. There are tons of coaching stances, but the ones that I cover in this course are neutrality, self-awareness, and client agenda. And we talk about how having the right coaching stance affects meaningful, respectful interactions and how you can leverage coaching stances to practice neutrality and practice self-management and help organizations realize how they can work together. Then we talk about how to create the right container and how to win, how to understand context and group needs. And when I say win, I'm talking about gaining the understanding for the group. What are their wants? What are their desires? What are their needs? What are their interests? What are they interested in? How are we going to tie into their interests? And I already said the end, I cheated. That's the needs. So that you can be a winner because you start with win. Then you're going to learn about organizational dynamics and environmental norms and things that could impact the way that you coach or the way that you walk through with a team. Then you're going to take into account the team's maturity, not necessarily the age maturity, but how long have they been working in this environment together? How long have they been together as a team? How agile are their practices? What things could they be doing to improve? And I think that if you understand how they are and where they are maturity-wise, you can incorporate that into your approach. And then, of course, your goal should be to create a list of open-ended questions that are going to help you learn more about the team, the individual, the organization, so that you're prepared to do your research. You're prepared to do your homework. And then you can focus on ways to create that environment that's going to be good for everybody. And that's going to help lead to what we call the facilitation arc. The facilitation arc starts with those powerful questions we were just now talking about. You're going to create an environment or container that people feel comfortable with the way that they're being coached and the way that they're being engaged. We're going to discover what the problem is and talk about the problem openly. We're going to talk about the elephant in the room. We're going to get it out there. We're going to discover options to solve the problem or keep the momentum going. We're going to be supporting and encouraging as a coach. We're going to choose options. Out of the options, we're going to choose which options are going to be the best options. What are we going to do about it? How are we going to narrow down and solve this? And we're going to make sure we build an accountability model into choosing the right option. And then we're going to have a call to action. This is going to be the feedback and acknowledgement and call to action. What are we going to commit to do to make things right today? And we do all this while making sure we're still staying in balance with the yin yang, I call it, the 4 quadrants of psychological safety, where we're going to ensure that we have learner safety, where we have the ability where it's safe to ask questions, do discovery, experiment with new things. We're going to have challenger safety, where it's safe to challenge the status quo or speak up about an issue or express your ideas. We're going to have collaborator safety, where you're able to engage in an unconstrained way and interact with your colleagues in ways that you never have before, and have mutual access and maintain good open dialogue. And then inclusion safety, which is going to be able to treat everyone fairly, feel your experience and ideas really do matter, and feel included regardless of your title or position, right? So it's that inclusiveness phase. And that's going to help you really master the facilitation arc. So this is going to help guide you towards what techniques you're going to use to support the team. How are you going to support the group? How are you going to respond to their needs? How are you going to create an agenda? How are you going to establish what needs to be done? Show that we have a core common understanding of what we need to do, and then hold accountability there so that we know that what we're doing is going to have some reaction. Every action is going to have a reaction, right? We need to be proactive, not reactive. Then we're going to do practices to help get you from good to great facilitation. Good facilitators are out there everywhere. Great facilitators, not so much. So we're going to leverage terms like help me understand, to get past no, and the acronym GROW to help you understand your goals, your reality, your opportunities, your will commit to do. And we're going to teach you about why having an open mindset, a growth mindset, and asking those deep open-ended questions are going to help you get to the facilitation point that you need to get to. Then we're going to talk about how to orient yourself as a facilitator. And that's understanding the dynamics of the group, deciding how to position yourself within the group. Are you going to be from the front, from the back, from the inside? What approach are you going to use? How are you going to engage the participants? How are you going to manage the flow of the discussion? And these are all going to be valuable tools to help everyone understand where you stand and to help you understand where the team is so that you can meet people where they are. So it's just a great tool. It really is awesome. And I want to emphasize one last time that while all these things are high-level topics, there are exercises associated with these where you get to practice all of these things that we're teaching. And of course, the goal is to understand emotional intelligence, EQ, EI, and really be self-aware. Understand self-regulation, understand what motivates people, understand empathy without bias, understand social skills and work on mastering those. These techniques, while they seem very basic, are the hardest ones for organizations to really get their head around. So we found that practicing empathy is easy, but practicing empathy without bias is hard. Practicing motivation and getting people to feel motivated is easy, but motivating people for the wrong reasons could cause regret. So it's one of these things where you really have to understand emotional intelligence, and we dive deep into that. And the best piece of advice I can give you overall is I talk about taking action. You need to take action. This is your chance to advance your facilitation skills today, now, right this minute. You can go to the website. You can advance your skills right now. AgileDad.com/events. In April, both classes. This is your chance to do it. Now, I didn't want it to sound like a sales pitch, so I do want to give you some final thoughts, right? I want you to understand that this course is all about preparation. While you don't necessarily need to do a lot of preparation to prepare yourself for the course is designed to prepare you to be ready for anything. So if you're looking to make that big leap forward as a business professional, if you're looking to elevate your coaching capabilities, like really take things to the next level, if you are ready to apply all those agile things you learn within the organization with confidence, if you're ready to have a real deep understanding of how Agile ties into your organization or your teams, regardless of what you do, if you're interested in the transformations and trying to figure things out, this is it. This is like the whole package in a nutshell. This course is designed to give you the deepest 2 days possible so that you can emerge with real tools, real techniques, with a tool chest that's going to help you really accelerate what you're doing. So I wanted to close with the top 5 key takeaways for this course, the top 5 key takeaways from this presentation. Number 1, this is by far the most excitement I've seen generated around a course in a long time. This is one of the most highly sought after courses, and there are very few out there, and trainers are charging a fortune for them because there are so few out there. And it's just insane to see how many people are interested in this course. It's incredible. 2, this workshop is especially applicable to everyone. What do I mean by that? You don't have to have a specific job title or a specific work environment to be able to apply this. It doesn't matter what you do, it's applicable and it works. This will help you be a stronger, better coach. It will help you engage. It'll help you be a better coach. It'll help you engage the teams. And you will leave with an understanding and confidence that facilitation is power. It's going to give you the power to work better with individuals, to work better with teams, to really help your organization be successful. And the number one main reason or takeaway from this presentation is this is one of the few times where I say getting in early makes a difference. If you go on Indeed or Monster and you look at job searches, or if you're on Glassdoor and look at things that people are complaining about organizations that aren't successfully implementing agility, you're going to find that one of the number one things they talk about is the way they're treated or the way that things have been facilitated or the problems that organizations face. This is your chance to take that step so that you can propel yourself into a more leadership-focused position or a more coaching-focused position. This is your step right now. Today's your day. Today's your day to shine. Today's your day to make that movement. So I promised I would give you the ability to download this presentation, and that's what I'll do here. So if you hit the QR code, it's going to give you full access to this presentation in a PDF, and it's going to give you all the information you need in order to take that first step to be successful. So the last question I have for you is, what are you waiting for? This is your opportunity to really outshine, outlast, and outdeliver everyone else who's doing this. What I can tell you is this is one of those opportunities. I don't want to say it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but I will say it's a once-in-a-long-time opportunity. This is one of those chances that you have to really separate yourself in the workspace and to really do something that's going to make a difference, to really outshine, outperform, and do something that really matters. So I hope that you found this 30-minute workshop educational. And if there's anything that I can do to help you be successful, feel free to reach out right away. Learn more at AgileDad.com or training at AgileDad.com to let us know that you're ready to take this class. We're excited to hear from you soon. And until next time, everybody, do take care. Bye now.